Welcome to our nostalgic journey through the evolution of personal computers. Yeah, today we're going way back, diving into some of the most iconic retro PCs that paved the way for the technology we know and love today. We're talking about the machines that started it all, the ones that made your dad say, "When I was your age, we had to walk uphill in the snow, both ways to play Oregon Trail, get ready for a blast from the past and maybe a little bit of, wait, that thing could barely run Minesweeper." Let's kick things off with the Apple II, released way back in 1977. This wasn't some hobbyist machine tucked away in a garage. This thing was a mainstream hit. The Apple II was one of the first computers to offer color graphics, which was a huge deal back then. I mean, forget 4K resolution and ray tracing. This thing was a technological marvel just for displaying more than 2 shades of gray. And the open architecture, revolutionary. It meant people could tinker with it, expand it, make it do things even Apple hadn't dreamed of. It sparked a whole generation of programmers and tech enthusiasts. Next up, we've got the legend, the one and only Commodore 64. Released in 1982, this thing sold like hotcakes. Actually, it probably outsold hotcakes. Seriously, for a while there, it felt like every kid on the block had one of these bad boys. Why was it so popular? 2 words: sound and graphics. For its time, the Commodore 64 was an absolute powerhouse. We're talking groundbreaking sound chips that could pump out some surprisingly complex tunes and graphics that put other computers to shame. This was the machine that launched 1,000 bedrooms into the golden age of 8-bit gaming. Chapter 3, IBM PC 5150, the OG PC master race. All right, now we're getting serious. The IBM PC 5150, released in 1981. This is the machine that basically wrote the book on PC compatibility. Before the 5150, the PC market was kind of like the Wild West, everyone doing their own thing. But IBM came in and said, "Hold my beer," and created a standard that everyone else basically had to follow. This wasn't necessarily the most exciting computer, but it was reliable, it was powerful for its time, and it laid the groundwork for the PC industry we know and love, or love to hate today. Chapter 4, Atari 800, the gamer's paradise. Now, for you gamers out there, you know the Atari 800, released in 1979, was where it was at. This thing was a gaming beast. The graphics and sound capabilities were way ahead of their time. We're talking smooth animation, detailed sprites, and sound effects that didn't make your ears bleed. This was the console that gave us classics like Star Raiders, Pitfall, and Missile Command. Sure, the games might look a little pixelated now, but back then this was cutting-edge stuff. Chapter 5, Amiga 500, the multimedia maestro. Last but not least, let's talk about the Amiga 500. Released in 1987, this machine was like a multimedia powerhouse. It boasted advanced graphics and sound capabilities that were basically unheard of in a home computer at that time. We're talking serious multitasking, high-resolution graphics for the time, and a sound chip that could rival professional synthesizers. It was so far ahead of the curve that it was almost unbelievable. This thing was a dream machine for musicians, artists, and anyone who wanted to push the boundaries of what a computer could do. Thanks for joining us on this trip down memory lane. It's amazing to see how far personal computers have come, from those clunky beige boxes to the sleek, powerful machines we have today. But it's important to remember where it all began, to appreciate the pioneers who paved the way for the technology we often take for granted. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more tech history and reviews. And be sure to let us know in the comments which retro PC brings back the fondest or most frustrating memories for you.